Hi, Dr. D here. Welcome back and congratulations for taking the first step toward identifying and resolving your healthcare issues. Now, oftentimes I'm asked whether or not the matrix assessment profile identifies specific conditions or diagnoses disorders or diseases. And let me be very clear up front, it does not. This is not a test. This is an evaluation. And this evaluation is called the matrix assessment profile because we're assessing the human matrix, which is comprised of three basic components: the physical body, your biochemistry, and your psychological and emotional aspects. So in the reports that you're going to receive, you'll get a wide variety of information pertaining to specific things that you can do to contribute to your own well-being. You'll get specific recommendations created by me to tell you exactly what needs to happen in order for you to resolve the symptoms and the underlying condition that's causing those symptoms. And you're going to receive a wide variety of colored graphs, a bunch of numbers, colored bars, all with explanations that tell you exactly what they represent, exactly why they're happening, and exactly what you need to do to improve or resolve your healthcare situation. So with that being said, we want to move forward into talking about some of the specifics of the matrix assessment profile. How we arrive at that information, what we do with that information, and how that information translates into the condition you're experiencing, the condition that's causing the symptoms you're experiencing, and the solutions that are going to turn your symptoms into ultimate solutions specifically for you. Now let's talk a little bit more specifically about the underlying cause of the symptoms that you're experiencing, which I've determined to be nutrient deficiencies. Now, when you first think about the concept of nutrient deficiencies, it sounds pretty simple. I'm not getting enough of the right nutrients for my body to be able to do what it needs to do. But the first question we have to ask is, why? And so there are a variety of reasons that you'll see in your report that may appear to be related with the fact that you're not getting access to the nutrients. For instance, you could have a digestive enzyme compromise. You could have a highly acidic biological environment which neutralizes the ability of the enzymes to break down, digest, absorb the nutrients from the food. You could have a digestive difficulty associated with this that's not a primary condition, but secondary to the fact that you're not getting enough of the right nutrients in the right relationship, in the right quantities, over the right periods of time for your body to perform all of the functions I just described. So it can be as simple as, well, I'm not getting the right nutrients in the food, or I'm not able to access the nutrients in the food, or there's something else preventing me from accessing the nutrients in my diet and or in the supplements that I've been taking. And one of the primary villains in this scenario, if you will, is the fact that stress and stress hormones can divert blood away from the digestive system, compromising the ability of the digestive system to break down, digest, absorb, and utilize the nutrients. Another possibility here is that over a period of time, because all of these conditions, all of these functions, all of the things that your body was designed to do originated at the moment of conception in the womb. And so what happens is if you were conceived in an environment where your parents were in a stressful relationship, where the parents were unaware of the nature of food that humans need to consume in order to develop normally and function normally, you are completely dependent on your mother's food supply through the placenta while you're an embryo, as you move into closer and closer to emerging as a newborn. All of these things are possible contributions to you not having enough nutrients, because if you're not getting fed while you're in the womb, then you've already come out with a nutrient deficient body. And then if you're in an environment where that behavior is perpetuated and sustained, in other words, your parents were unaware of what proper nutrition might be, or couldn't afford it, or something as simple as you not even being wanted as a child, that your birth was a mistake, an accident. So there was a lot of controversy about whether or not to even bring you into the world, or whether to have an abortion, or whether to treat you with the love and kindness that every child deserves, simply because you weren't wanted right from the beginning. So this has an impact not only on your stress systems in the body, but on the digestive system in the body. And so for those first 6 years of childhood, while you're in the environment in which your parents have some form of conflict surrounding the way that you're being fed, the way that you're being nurtured, whether or not you're being held, whether or not you're being appreciated and loved, or simply out of not knowing, exposing you to things that are counterproductive. You've already come into the world with a deficiency, and it doesn't get any better until the point in time where you begin to become aware and you're capable of making your own decisions. And unfortunately, the portion of the brain that deals with allowing you to make these decisions, called the frontal cortex, doesn't fully develop until around the age of 25. So given all of these possibilities up to that point in time, you've got 25 years of who knows what happening that's contributing to any of a number of conditions that can develop in the body in response to the nutrient deficiency. And so obviously when we see numbers associated with the nutrient deficiency, which are explained in another video, but to be brief, under the numbers at the top left-hand side of the page, in the third column under the little r, those are your nutrient numbers. So the higher your numbers go above normal, the greater the deficiency. And then you move to the analysis chart at the right, and you see organic buffers, which essentially are those nutrients. And you see the sliders in the red, and anywhere in these reports, when you look at the colored graphs, green is good, red is bad, but each of the colored blocks in the analysis chart represents about 5 years, that whatever you're experiencing has been in the process of developing. And so when you start to put all of these pieces of the puzzle together, we recognize in your case that nutrient deficiencies are the root cause of the experiences that you're having. And if we address these in the proper order over the proper period of time, there is no reason why you should not see dramatic improvement, if not resolution, in the underlying cause of your condition called nutrient deficiencies.